What is going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Good to see everybody. How's everybody doing? Bright and early, 8:15 a.m. Eastern. It is 5:15 a.m. here on the West Coast. Crazy. But I do it all for you guys. I'm here to stream CPI. We're going to be streaming what are the inflation numbers going to come out. We talked about this before, but inflation right now is where is this? I know it's one of these tabs here. I believe it's this one. So inflation is looking like this at the moment. Inflation is 3.2 came last month at 3.2% year over year. The forecast was 3.3%. Now, I made this point on Twitter and on YouTube, and I was saying that if you look at fuel costs, so if we look at crude oil, right, you'll see that back when inflation hit 3.3% last month, fuel for the month of October was hovering between, because last month's CPI was for the month of October. There's wait a minute. Can you guys see me? Yeah, you should be able to see me. Can you guys see me and hear me? What's going on? Jonas, Romizi, Dario, Mike Sanchez, Tony, Uptown Chris, Akatsuki Gaming, Duarte Machado, Ivan Gary? What, like the UFC fighter? Oh, no, that's Ian Gary. T, Chris L, Surf Dragon. What's going on? All right, AP, Carlos, Wise Wealth, Raymond Pinto. What's going on? Andy LaRock, Ronald Grimmin, Francisco Lopez. What's going on, guys? Mr. J, Trending Twan, Manu Cherian, Lieutenant Dan, Abd SH, Ben Spurgeon, Johnny Benz. What is going on, guys? Johnny Benz, that's a dope name. Is that your real name? That'd be dope if it was. All right. So what I was saying was when we had CPI in November, it's for the month of October. And CPI right now in 13 minutes is for the month of November. Akatsuki Gaming says up or down. Already coming through with the most annoying questions possible. How would I know, bro? How would we know? It's not even out yet. Give it 13 minutes. Kenan, what's going on, bro? Are you at the gym? Somehow Kenan likes to torture himself and listen to me at the gym. I don't know how, but props to him. October, we had crude oil between 80 and 90, okay? And CPI came in at 3.2%. So my argument was for the bears, don't discount that if in November crude oil is trading between 80 and dropped all the way down to 74, don't discount that inflation can come in lower than 3.1. And then my further argument was that if inflation is 2.999 something, right? 2.9 anything, it's going to be a psychological level because the Fed's target is 2%. And if inflation is at 2 point anything, it's going to appear much closer. It's like when you go to the store and they tell you something is $199 instead of $200, right? In your mind, it's still under 200. It's still in the 100s, but it's really like $1 shy. So don't discount the psychological effect of CPI coming in at 2.9 something. And if that happens, I think that on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, I think we will break 2 all-time highs. Maybe today. You know why I say this? Let's look. The S&P 500 right now is, and CPI comes out in 11 minutes, is 3.7% away from all-time highs. Okay, would take a huge day to do so, but I think if we come in at 2 point something, we could get close to that. Maybe not break it today, but sometime this week. NASDAQ is only 2.92% away, right? And there, as I said before, there are so many puts open. The put call ratio, if you look at it right now, put call ratio. Let's look at the latest statistics. It's wild. Wild to me that this is back over 1. Not the total put call ratio, but you look at the index put call ratio is 1.1. ETF put call ratio 1.11. SPX put call ratio, the SPX is almost shorted 1.5 times as many times as it's longed, 1.44. And then the total put call ratio is creeping up. This was 0.8 something before, now it's 0.92. So there are so many puts open. Guys, there's 600 of you here, 73 likes. Give it a thumbs up so that other people find this stream. Please do so. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway, by the way. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 3 free months in the Discord. Not like 1 month for free for 3 people. 1 month for free for 3 people. I'm going to be doing a giveaway later, so stick around. John Carter, good morning. Lieutenant Dan says squeezy. Yeah, I mean, look, I think there's so many puts open, and it's just bonkers to me. It's just wild to me, right? And I'm not saying the market can't tank. Like, look, CPI can come in at 3.5, right? And we will likely see a correction. I'm just saying it's so crazy to me that, the market is ripping. We're near highs, and people are still shorting this shit and losing their ass. It's crazy to me. I'm from Argentina. We deserve it. You deserve what? A free account? I'm giving away 3 1 month for free accounts to the Discord for those of you that aren't in it. But I will be announcing it later, after CPI. Santa is going to crush those puts. Market is going to go to the moon or ditch. 2.69 says Ahmed Al-Thuker. Marcelo D'Amico says yes. All right, Marcelo. We'll see. We'll see. Call my name. Which is totally worth buying. The Discord's amazing. Appreciate you, Surf. Surf is a very active member in the Discord. Surf, but you joined this year, right? I'm from Syria. I deserve it. Shout out to the people of Syria, man. Do you play anything before the results are out, or do you consider it gambling? Of course it's gambling. What do you mean, do I consider it gambling? Of course it's gambling. Because it's a binary event. Now, do I play anything before it's out? Yeah. I read what the fundamental analysis is and the technical analysis, and I make purchases when everybody's trying to sell you fear, right? Here, I'll show you. If you don't believe, man, let's look at some recent buys that you guys that are not in the academy aren't privy to. We bought TLT, TMF, AGG back in early November, bonds having a monster rally. We bought IWM back in November, IWM having a monster rally. What else did we get recently? PayPal. We bought that in October. Gold, as you know, from here, gold made all-time highs. Look, I'm just going through in sequential order. So, yes, I do trade stuff before CPI. That's right. Yeah, we hit Unity software for over 100%. Also, I'm Surf the Rock in Discord. I know, bro. La violencia viene. I just want a hat. All right, bro. Maybe we'll do a giveaway for a hat. You are the best in the game, but I beat you in sparring. How much you weigh? Yes. How much you weigh? Be honest. You can't be, you know, some gordo motherfucker claiming that you weigh 180. How much you weigh? Z's Discord is the truth. Highly recommend. No better community for market education discussions. Appreciate you, Josh. Random car breaks going on. Retire today. What's going on? I need more coffee. Yeah, you and I both. Shit. Which website shows live CPI? We're going to be streaming CNBC. So for those of you that don't pay for it, you're going to be getting it for free on this channel. Is CPI as big to TLT as to QQQ? It's going to be big to bonds, gold, as well. Is there a lifetime access? How much is it? Yes, there is a lifetime access. Let me see if it's open. Because we are also we closed our mastermind until January. God, I should know this stuff. What about XAU? Yeah, had a monster play on gold. Closed it out for 1,100 per contract, which is, I assume, you're a forex trader. Is XAU. Guys, if you're on the stream, hit that thumbs up. So that other people find this. I am going to be re-entering gold, by the way. I'm going to be re-entering gold. Here is the GC play, which is gold futures. Closed that on November 29th for 11,030 per contract. To be fair, that was my runner. I had take profits earlier. Do you have a position in TMF? Yes. We bought TMF beginning of November. What is ETF for gold GLD? CPI announced. Jesus. No. 8:30 a.m. Did you get your haircut? I did. But, you know, I just woke up and put on a hat. But here it is for you. Recently joined with Black Friday special. Amanda, you are lucky. That was an insane deal. So, yeah, the Black Friday special was something we've never done before. Not at that level. Recording. No idea what recording means. Z had the best timing on YouTube with TMF. Most other YouTubers were crazy early to the show. Yeah, we bought TMF, I think it was November 8th. Z's hair stays wavy like it's price action. Bro, you know what's... All right, here we go. We'll get into shenanigans in a second.
Billion in threes and tens. The 3-year auction was very poor. The 10-year auction was definitely below average, just not as horrible as the 3-year. But yet, even though each of those auctions established the high yield for a week on the tens and for the month on 3-year, right after the auctions, yields were moving down, and they were moving down before the auctions. There is a bias here that the Fed has done, that we're going to start getting rate cuts in early 2024, and that inflation is just something that not to worry about. Now, if any of those aren't true, and this number furthers the cause in one direction or another, it could have outsized consequences.
This fucker's trying to tank the market.
In the 10-year, that's the big support area. It's been holding for...
By the way, he's the one that said the 10-year was going to go to 13%.
Look for headline to be unchanged again because gas prices, of course, have been pushing down. And on the other hand, look for core prices to be a little bit more buoyant to the upside. One of the traps is that everyone is annualizing 3 and 6 month rates on inflation based on some of the better than expected current monthly numbers. You know, that could be a mug's game in the end because of the volatility and the notion that it's come down, but it's coming down too slowly, and we're still not near 2%. And the numbers are out. It is 8:30 Eastern. Headline number is up 0.1%, which is a bit hotter than expected. We are looking for a second month reading of 0. Last month's reading of 0 was the best read since May of 2020 when it was down 0.1. Ex-food and energy up 0.3, as we discussed. That makes sense because of gasoline prices, of course, being down on the headline, but obviously not down enough. Up 0.3. In the rearview mirror, it was up 0.2. You know, we had 2 0.3 in a row in August and September. Then in October, it moved down to 0.2. So the annualized rate is not going to move lower. The 3-month was 3.4. The 6-month was 3.2. They're not going to breach that 3% on these numbers. Now let's look at year over year. Year over year, 3.1, exactly as expected, 1/10 lighter than 3.2. The best we had was June of this year at 3.0. That was the best since March of 2021. And if you strip out food and energy, it's up 4%, exactly the same as our last read. And the last read and this read, well, they're the best since May of 2021 when it was 3.9. But that is a blessing. I'm sorry, 3.8. But it's a blessing in disguise, Becky, because we haven't been below 4%, that means, since May of 2021, and that is significant. Now, I'm going to throw something else out there that I normally don't throw out there, and that is if you look at the CPI indexes, the raw indexes, in September at 307.78, that is the all-time high going back over 100 years. It's 307.05 right now. The core, which is seasonally adjusted raw data, is at an all-time high at 312.25. Never, ever been higher. The point here is that we annualize and we look at numbers at this point forward. But if you go back in the rearview mirror, inflation compounds, and it's that dynamic that the public is not very happy with. Back to you.
All right, that is a lot. Rick, stay with us because we're going to bring in some more voices to this, too. For more on this data, we want to bring in our senior economics reporter, Steve Leisman. Also,
So basically, everything came on par, unchanged, 0.3 versus 0.3 for core, 3.1 versus 3.4, 3.1 versus 3.1 for headline. Let's hear what the commentary is.
that we're looking at. Up 0.3%, which is in line with expectations. But Rick pointed out some of these things that are very concerning.
Well, first of all, some things I think that might concern the Fed is that we're still not getting the sheltered disinflation we thought we might get. I think that's going to be a bit of talk about that today. 0.4 on the shelter after 0.3. I don't have the owner's equivalent rent right in front of me. That's another table I can call up in a little bit. But food at home is down. Talk about people are concerned. There's been some, I've noticed this, that in the circulars you get, there's a little more price competition, perhaps at the grocery store. That's up. Food at home, just 0.1% overall. Food, 0.2. And as Rick pointed out, gasoline flattering this index down 6% on the month, down 8.9% year over year. And then a big surprise here is an increase in used car prices, up 1.6. There was general belief this was going to fall. It did not fall. It was down 0.8 in the prior month. The reporting by Phil LeBeau had suggested it might fall because of his reporting from the auctions. Another interesting thing is we talked about all this holiday spending that's been out there. 2 points. One is that apparel is down 1.3%, but also real earnings, inflation-adjusted earnings up 0.5% after being negative. So as you'll note, the CNBC NRF retail monitor noted a healthy gain in November, as did the Bank of America data you had on earlier this show. All of that powered by consumers, and consumers being helped by inflation rising less than in this past month their wages rose. Becky?
Okay, Steve, let's talk a little bit more about this with Joe Livornia. Joe, obviously this has huge implications for what the Fed may be looking at. What would you take away from this?
Stephen,
Fed is going to skip. It doesn't. Everything came in line.
it's about what the Fed will look at. But, you know, the thing is, on the energy side, Becky, I think what's really important, energy now is down over 5% year on year. And as energy moderates, you're going to see all those secondary and tertiary effects, which bled into the rest of the CPI. Those will come out. Transportation, obviously, is a huge cost. And, of course, there's petroleum's in a lot of different products. So as energy moves lower, you are going to see your core rate drift down. And I think the trend is certainly lower. With housing, we're going to have a record amount of multifamily units built this year. And that.
All right, guys. So just to provide some commentary, because a lot of you guys are asking in the comments, what now, what now? Fed meeting is tomorrow. Yes. So Leonardo, Fed meeting is going to be tomorrow at 2 p.m. They'll announce the decision. And then 2:30 is going to be Jerome Powell's testimony. 0.25 bips tomorrow? I don't think so, bro. I think they're going to skip it. To be honest. Going to be a whole lot of tough talk and nothing happening. Exactly. So basically, I think that a skip is priced in, but they're going to be wondering how vocal Jerome Powell is going to be about rate cuts, right? And I don't think he is at all, just like Jarhead said. I think he's going to show, that he's going to try to posture and say that, we could still raise rates, blah, 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 because we've seen this before. So, yeah, but for those of you that are joining late, headline came in at 3.1, core came in at 0.3 month over month, unchanged all across the board. But yeah, I think they're gonna skip. They're not even gonna call it a pause. Womble. See, there's a big difference between a skip and a pause. A skip just means they won't hike rates. A pause is a formal announcement that they are going to stop hiking rates, and I don't think we're there yet. So yeah, due to, I guess, holiday spending, an increase in used cars, and then I guess a sort of a stickiness in rent. Inflation came in as expected. So not better, not worse. Market is responding as you would think. Now it's funny because yesterday we had a long on NQ. And on ES, I was monitoring this level here, this VI. I do think that this right here will likely cause some resistance in the short term. So I don't think, based on the numbers that we see today, I don't think we're going to get all-time highs, which is 3% away. I don't think we're going to get all-time highs today. But, we'll probably skip tomorrow, and I think we will likely reach all-time. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's incremental at this point. We're talking about, single-digit percentage points. So I do think that this right here sets up for a potentially bearish day. Obviously, these wicks, something you don't want to trade. You want to wait until the market opens. You want to wait until all of the FOMO buyers and FOMO sellers, kick in, and then you get some normalization of price. But this right here is a VI. VI stands for volume imbalance. It's basically when you have this gap between two daily candles. I'm looking at the S&P 500 futures, right? This is not the same as a fair value gap. And then on NASDAQ, we took out, oh my God, Luis is going to be so pissed. We took out summer highs overnight, right? So this right here can be considered an area of buy-side liquidity here, right? And what you want to see throughout the day, that yellow line. The funny thing is, NASDAQ so far is actually retesting that summer high and bouncing off it. But I don't think this is particularly going to be the move once the market opens. Right now, I'm not trading this, right? Right now, I'm not trading this. I'm going to wait until the market opens, and then we'll assess from there. Let's take a look at and see what some of these stocks are doing pre-market. What is going on here? You see Tesla down about $1 pre-market. I think Tesla is going to have a violent either rejection or a violent boom from here. And the reason I think so is because this right here, this area of resistance always causes a violent tanking. Obviously, descending channels are meant to be pierced at some point. And I said this yesterday, but if you look at Tesla's implied volatility, it's at the 5th percentile, meaning it's the lowest, the low, almost as low as it can get for 52 weeks, right? So I think that there will be a violent push. I am looking at a potential strangle on Tesla that I may open today, depending on how price action fares. Microsoft is flat. Meta is flat. Google is down about $1 pre-market. Let's check on NVIDIA, because I do think NVIDIA, there is, a couple days ago, there was a potential short on NVIDIA that I may open. I don't think it's like going to be a major short, but just looking at a potential short on NVIDIA. Going down to maybe the 430s. Palantir, I missed the epic short by a freaking hair. I was planning on shorting Palantir here. Back the first week of December, I was hoping that it would get to this imbalance. And then ended up dropping before I was able to short it. Now I'm not looking to do anything with Palantir until it sets up the next play. Amazon is flat. AMD pretty much flat. And if we look at the 2-year, I think the 2-year, like I said before, the next tanking in interest rates, which I think can happen now, right? I think especially the 10-year, the next tanking in interest rates can happen here. And at that point, I would likely long. We already have a long on TLT and TMF, but I would likely long the interest rate futures, and then just continue to roll over the contracts quarterly. But the next major drop that we get in the 10-year, which I could see the 10-year having a little bit of a resurgence. Again, CPI came in line, right? Not worse, not better. So it's important not to be hyperbolic here about what we choose to do based on this, right? So if you look at core 4.0 versus 4.0, headline 3.1 versus 3.1, month over month also came in line. HAR. Oh, this guy's a troll. This guy. Okay, let me tell you about this guy. Let me tell you about this HAR guy. This guy has been shorting the market the whole time that I've been saying it's bullish, right? And he'll pop up on my YouTube channel. And every time that the market had a slight red day, when I was saying back in November, when I was saying that we would go to all-time highs, right? Right around this time when we had a few red days, when I was saying you don't want to short here, this guy came on the channel and was, basically talking about how short he was and basically clowning the thesis, which is cool. Everybody can have their own opinion. But he's been shorting this market the whole time. So, losing even more hair than the little he already has. And he came on now to troll and said, whoops, hope folks didn't buy the two-handle bullish theory. That wasn't a theory, my man. I said that don't be surprised if CPI, comes in lower than expected, especially in December, especially when it's 3.1, especially when fuel is going down. I just said don't be surprised. I didn't make any bets on it. Unlike you, I don't prematurely make bets until the data plays out. But good job. You've been shorting this whole rally. Amazing, bro. Can't wait to see what your portfolio looks like. Thoughts, Pinterest. No thoughts, bro. No thoughts. Give me a more specific question. Did an ad just happen in between the live stream? Maybe, unless you have YouTube Premium. Fed is done raising rates. Why is that so hard to understand? Yeah, Fed is done raising rates, but language matters, bro. And I don't think that the Fed wants to go down as, I don't think Jerome wants to go down as the Fed chair that caused inflation to come back. Do you think we'll retest 4,800 by the CPI print? We never hit 4,800. Oh, you mean 4,800 contract adjusted? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's better to look at, in this case, it's better to look at the SPY because ES obviously has to take into account contract adjustments. But yes, I do think, sorry, you might be talking about the SPX raw, which did hit 4,800. My apologies, bro. Yeah, it hit like 48.17, something like that. 48.18. Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, it's only a few percentage points away. I don't think it's gonna happen today. No. The only way I thought it was gonna happen today is if we came in at 2 point anything, right? Which I thought there was a possibility of, but what book or books are you reading right now? The book that I'm reading right now is Killers of the Flower Moon. And I do have another book lined up, which is not The Gray Man. It's another spy novel. The Gray Man was really good. The Gray Man was an excellent spy novel. I have it lined up, but I can't remember what it is. Why is Lulu ripping? What do you mean? Did you not check their earnings? Best earnings of all time? What is your plan on SPY put leap? Why would I open a SPY put leap? Guys, please, no thoughts questions. Give me a more specific question. Is Pinterest overvalued? Let's check its valuation. And then I'll be doing a giveaway right after this. Let us check its valuation. Yeah. Wow. 41 earnings per share? What? Bro. What business does it have being at 41? Price to sales. Holy hell. Price to sales is almost 8.0. Price to cash flow, 57. Is this company even growing? Yeah, no. Pins is a piece of shit. Best trade in the market, in your opinion? Everyone's trying to get free alerts, which I don't blame them. But everyone's trying to get, when I hop on these streams, they want to get they want to download my whole stream of thoughts on the market that I send out regularly here. I don't know what the best trade is. It's not a competition. I don't know. There's tons of good trades. There's great trades every month. Tickets to singing concert in Zoom. All right, guys. Let's check on. Oh my God, there's 1,200 of you here, 366 likes. All right, if you get this to 750 likes, I'm gonna give away a month for free to 3 people. Get this to 750 likes, and I'm gonna get a month for free to 3 people. Once that happens, I'm going to be asking you a question, and the first 3 people that respond to the question correctly, I'm going to be giving you a month for free. Will you be buying PayPal? We bought it a while ago. a bit late. That's what I'm saying, guys. You'll get my thoughts in real time. We bought PayPal somewhere here. Tesla is going to dump today. I don't know if it's going to dump today. I think Tesla's gonna break violently out of this. This is why I'm thinking of doing a strangle, which I will send in the Discord. A strangle is when you buy a call and I put 467 likes. Guys, 750. 750. And I'm gonna give away a month for free to 3 people. You didn't provide the quantity for PayPal? What do you mean the quantity? I don't understand what that means. You mean the number of shares I buy? Why would you compare your portfolio to someone else? That's like one of the dumbest things ever. My portfolio, your portfolio, his portfolio, her portfolio, very different sizes, right? Why if I bought 10,000 shares of PayPal, what are you going to take out a loan and buy 10,000 shares of PayPal? Or maybe you have more money than me. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, don't gauge your position size off someone else. They might have more or less money than you. So put and punt until JPOW tomorrow. You guys are trying to short the market. I'm saying, bro, just wait until December's over. Penn or DraftKings? Wow. I don't know. I don't own either. Hope that helps. I've been following you since 2019. Daniel Padilla says, thanks, bro. You mentioned a treasuries play when the Fed pauses. That's still in place. Yes, of course. And we also bought TMF, TLT, and all the good shit. And I think that TLT, as I was saying last week, we are coming up on potential resistance here at the 200 moving average, and it's likely time to trim. When everybody's jumping in bonds, we are trimming, just like Christmas trees. 514 likes, 750, and I'm giving away. I got blurry. 1 second. Bro, come on. All right, should be better. I know my camera's blurry. I know. Just give it a second. Absolutely new here. Welcome, Kashif. Kashif. That's a popular name in Pakistan. Are you Pakistani? Even though it's an Arabic word, but absolutely new here. Which brokerage platform do you recommend? I'll be honest, bro. Platform does not matter as long as you're with one of the reputable ones. Thinkorswim, Interactive Brokers, Charles Schwab. Although if you like trading futures, probably Thinkorswim, Interactive Brokers, Tradeovate, TradeStation, Ninja Trader. Good morning. What's up, David? Ben Spurgeon. Z, the feed is perfect. Someone has crappy internet. No, they were right. The camera was, I have this crazy lens, which is super dope, which is why the picture looks nice. But sometimes the autofocus gets too much. All right, let's talk about potential trades on ES. As I said, moving into this daily VI. Well, let me send something out on the Discord real quick. We hit that daily VI on ES. All right. I'm likely. Are you going live on the Discord this morning? Yeah, I'll be on the Discord. I'm on the Discord every day. I'm leaning bearish today. Those of you asking about a put, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to trade options. Most likely just futures. But see this summer highs, as I was saying that it looked like early on, like the Nasdaq was bouncing off of it, and I thought that was a fake move. Basically, I do think we're going to go below it. I do think we will likely have a relief day where we're slightly bearish today because CPI came in line and we are hitting these major resistance points. But yeah, looking for this would be a pretty sick entry on the S&P. If we can get a retracement back up, especially to this level here. Wait, what is this doing? If we can get a retracement back up, I will likely take this short. Market doesn't open for another 35 minutes, so I'm a bit wary of that, but let's see. All right, guys. 1,200 of you here. 200 more likes. Well, less than 200, actually. Just get it to 750, and I'm going to give away 3 months for free. 1 month for free to 3 people. 15-minute break or block on it. Yes. Good job, Hans. Exactly. So at 9 a.m., this candle will close. And if we can get somewhere in here, I will likely take the market short. Although it depends on how it moves pre-market. Because I don't want to get faked out pre-market. RTY IWM will go down here. What's your time frame, Dima? Yeah, even RTY. By the way, RTY is not correlated with the SPY or the NASDAQ. So there is an imbalance here on RTY that we're so close, but it would require a 1.5% day. I don't think we're getting there today. I would lean even slightly bearish on RTY. Is coming up on. Sorry, guys. I'm just writing my thoughts in the Discord. Yo, TT, are you Dominican? I'm everything, bro. I'm everything. 600 likes. Pretty dope. 150 more. And 150 more, and I will drop. For those of you that don't win the free month, I will drop a discount code for you guys. Is January usually bearish or stale? It is kind of stale. January, especially if December was a run up. November, December, January is usually kind of stale. Arturin, slightly bearish. If people knew how awesome the Discord was, they'd be smashing that like. What would be the next support level for Tesla if it were to move lower? I thought he was going to say drop his drawers. What is wrong with you? The next support level would be the, if it were to fill this gap here. Like 225-ish. But the thing is, this is the 20th day that Tesla's trading in a 20-point range. I cannot remember the last time this happened. You would have to go back to, how many days did it spend here? Between February 2nd and March 2nd. So last time it happened was in February. But it doesn't happen typically, especially with IV that's super low. What would be the next support for gold? I think we're at it. I think we're at the next support for gold. Do you trade Forex? No. I think this right here, I think gold is in a buy program, and I think it will eventually break all-time highs, but we need the dollar to continue dropping. So this is why I do technical analysis on the dollar when trying to assess my gold purchases. Now, I drew this before. My ultimate dream scenario with the dollar is if we get into this area and then drop from here. What would be the impact of J-Pound dot plot on SPY without the Magnificent Seven? It looks like SPY is still those bigwig heavy run. Sorry, bro. What do you mean? The thing is, here's what people didn't realize. Okay, and this is something that we talked about. Here's something that people didn't realize. When everyone's like Magnificent Seven is, the most of the S&P, how could you be long this? Okay, if that was the deal, which it was, right? The Mag 7 pushing up the whole market and the rest of the market tanking, everyone thought that means that the market should drop some more, right? No one considered the scenario that, okay, the Magnificent Seven were the stocks that were rallying the market. Now, what happens if the rest of the stocks come up to meet the Magnificent Seven? That's what people weren't taking into account, and that's why the S&P rallied so hard. This wasn't just the Magnificent Seven. Look at any sector, look at any stock except for energy, and you'll see a rally, right? Like there were rallies in shit. Like, I mean, just look at all the ARK stocks, for instance, right? Here's ARK since October. ARK since October is up 42%, right? So no one considered that the rest of the market now is at a bottom and can come up to meet the demand of the Magnificent Seven. Everyone was assuming the Magnificent Seven is holding the market up. That means the market is due for a crash. No, there's 9,500 other stocks that are liable to now come up and are ready to rally because they have been so beat down. Market breadth, exactly, Inder. Let's take a look at CL. For those of you joining late, CPI came in line as expected, both core and headline, both year over year and month over month, exactly as expected, magically. What sidebar tool was on your GLD chart? I don't know what you're talking about. I'll go back to it. 100 more likes, guys, and I'm giving away a month for free, and I'll drop a major discount code. Anyone here show me how trading works? Oh my God, bro. That's like asking, how do you fly a plane? That's like asking, how do you do woodworking, right? That's just you cannot start that question there. You have to pick certain aspects of trading and then master those and then jump to the next thing. Like, for instance, how do you do technical analysis? Start there. How do you trade futures? Start there. I'm fucked. You're fucked if you don't want to learn. Yeah. But everything is learnable. Everything in life that has been achieved is learnable. Everything. You use money to buy sadness and depression. I'm not sure if you're responding to someone else or if you're just all of a sudden becoming poetic on the live stream. Do you have some of those that are ready to rally? I think you're a bit late, Vino. I think now you're looking to potentially take profits. Honestly, I think you're way too late. If you had your traveling trader cap, the crazy question, get repelled by it, you choose Nike. I have so many hats, bro. What are the most used indicators? I don't use indicators. I'll look in the technical analysis first. Yeah, and Hasselhoff, go on YouTube. Actually, let's do a test. Technical analysis for beginners. What? I no longer have the top video. Oh my God. I better have the top video for how to trade futures. What? Oh, okay, fine. Top 5. How to trade futures. If you want to learn how to trade futures, it's all free. Technical analysis for beginners. It used to be the top video. I guess it got stale. I got to do another one. The traveling trader. Okay, fine. You got to put my name in there. Intro to technical analysis for beginners. Start there, Hasselhoff. Okay. Type in technical analysis for beginners, the traveling trader. Start there. You said the F word and 100 people left? No, I'm looking at the statistics here. Probably parents or people at work. Come on, bro. I'm an adult. This is an adult show. Whoever asked me about crude oil, Head and Shoulders, classic break. First thing you want to do is measure from the neckline. I mean, from the head to the neckline is about 16%. Wild. Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if energy dropped to this level. If oil dropped to this level here. Yeah, I would not be surprised at all. I mean, this is ultra bearish market structure for sure. What is ES doing? With most of the Mag 7 down, what is holding up the NASDAQ? Guys, 74 more likes. And I got you guys. This is very easy to see. Do you have a Thinkorswim account? If you do, you can go to something beautiful like the Market Watch tab. And you can see all of the stocks that are in the NASDAQ and all of the stocks that are green and all of the stocks that are red. This was yesterday. It was so wild to me that everyone was like, no, there are no Chinese stocks in the NASDAQ. It was so wild to me that everybody was, not everybody. There were a lot of people that were like, what is holding up the NASDAQ? This is a scam. How's the NASDAQ down? I mean, how's the NASDAQ up when all the Magnificent Seven are down? Well, literally everything except for the Magnificent Seven was green, super green, right? The rest of information technology, all of the chip stocks, aside from NVIDIA, were up. All of the SaaS stocks like Adobe and Zscaler and Workday and Atlassian, right, were up. Even consumer staples, right? You had AstraZeneca. Sorry, that's healthcare. You had AstraZeneca, Amgen, Costco, Pepsi, right? Industrials were all up. And then you had, Starbucks, Booking, Marriott, Airbnb were all up. So literally every stock except for the Magnificent Seven was up. And if you look at the S&P 500, same thing, right? You had basically every stock except for the Magnificent Seven up. Right? Even some of the shitty banks were up. Even Visa, MasterCard was up. So, this helps if you have a heat map like this. JD, oh yeah, JD is in the NASDAQ. Monkey, you're right. My bad. So that is that's a Chinese stock. That is in the NASDAQ. You're right. All right. So no trade for me yet. Coming up into our zone. Retesting, by the way, that breaker area. Would love to see it come up in here. Would love to see it come up into this level. I think that's going to be a hard sell. So far, it looks like ES is a bit weaker than NQ. Although they both have a very similar pattern. This could be a high risk short here, but once again, I think when market opens in 15 minutes, we'll get a big move. Seems like we might have found resistance. Yeah, I mean, this is a typical support resistance flip, right? But obviously, the market isn't open yet, and you can get faked out quite easily when the market opens. You can see a big spike before the actual move down. But my daily bias is actually bearish. We've mitigated this volume imbalance. So my daily bias is actually bearish. Doesn't mean, that the market is going to tank. I just mean that if I were to bet on a direction today, it would likely be down. So there's a few reasons for that. We took out London high right here. This right here is a liquidity grab, right? Broke below, retested London high, rejected, broke below London low, retesting London low. And if this gets rejected, then I'm definitely bearish. Bearish on the day for sure. Ooh, 720 likes, 30 more, and I'm giving away a month for free to 3 people, and I will distribute a monster coupon code that only you guys will see here. it's probably going to S&D at the open. Retire today. Very good point. Is S&D stands for seek and destroy. It's basically where stops get taken out, right? What are London highs and lows? The high during London session and the low during London session. But yeah, if this were not CPI day, this would be a typical short for me right here. For sure. And I'd be targeting so we had the London lows. If we reject there, I would be targeting. Hold on, where was yesterday's? We're also below yesterday's high of the day, by the way. So if you're below London low, yesterday's high of the day, and in this volume imbalance, in my view, that is likely going to be a slightly bearish day. But what was yesterday's open? Yesterday's open was right here. Yeah, if this was a regular day, this would be the short for me. And I would look to exit pretty close, because if we ran up here, I would like to re-enter. Wow, at the -2 standard deviation, you're getting a 7-to-1 trade. Nice. Seems like shorting day because CPI is not that great. No, CPI came in line. Seems like a shorting day because CPI came in line, and we are, we moved into this daily imbalance. We rejected off of London high, rejected off of London low. If we close below this, then I think we have more downside. Market opens in 10 minutes, so we'll see. And I think Retire today had the right idea that we will get, we'll likely see this type of shit when the market opens, where it takes out stops both on the sell side and the buy side. But yeah, again, if market was open and CPI wasn't today, this to me is an A+ short. Just a typical manipulation, takes liquidity, breaks below London low, retests London low, rejects heavily, right? So I actually shorted this light. If you look here, we're up 150. I just took one contract, and I'm going to close it out before market open and wait for for it to play out. Unless we get a huge flush already before market open, that's crazy. I only took it light. I took one contract. Maybe should have done more, honestly, because this thing is up 162.50. This is one ES contract. So right now I'm gonna move stop to break even, and I have a free trade. And we'll let it do what it does. Or should I take profit and then wait until the market opens? All right. Oh shit, we got to 766 likes. All right. We're going to be doing a giveaway. So, if you whoever is the first person to tell me, oh, this is, I wish you live stream all day. Appreciate you. All right, we're up 200 per contract now. If we could see a big flush at the open, that would be amazeballs. See, 200 per con now. ES is definitely weaker than NQ. If you were to short one, I would short ES. You in puts? No, puts aren't open. I'm in a future short. $40. All right. How do you determine if ES is weaker than NQ? Well, for starters, you can just look at the percentages here, right? But two, ES didn't take its summer high. NQ completely took out its summer high. Now, I do think both will likely drop, and they're both having the same setup, but you know, ES, like NQ is now positive 0.02 and ES is down 0.10. So 7 minutes until go time. But we're spending quite a bit of time here. I think there might be one more move at the open, one more move up before it drop. Yeah, I think at the open there might be one more move up. Just based on how much time it's spending here. I mean, this was already a 2.7 to 1 trade. So, NQ just popped. What are you talking about? Pop and drop? All right. Let's do a giveaway. Oh, nice. You guys got to 800 likes. All right. So let's do a giveaway. What question should I answer? Or what question should I ask? Okay. The first 3 people to tell me what is the best-selling album of all time. First 3 people that tell me that, I will give you a month for free in the Discord. Okay, Mikhail Ashford, 1. Hold on. Mikhail Ashford is 1 winner. Nasser, you don't get credit for saying MJ. Alok is number 2. Lex Longfellow, you're already in the Discord, bro. And Brian Trueheart, number 3. So Alok, Brian, and Mikhail Ashford. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, whichever one you use, and DM me, and I will send you a month free in the Discord. But you also have to show me proof that that's you. So you got to show me a screenshot of your YouTube account. So Mikhail, Alok Tripathi, and Brian Trueheart. Lex, you don't get credit for cheating, bro. You're already a lifetime member. Don't think I don't know. Taylor Swift. Swear to God, Mr. GTA, I need to kick you off the stream forever. What you talking about? Billie Jean, Arturin. That is not an album. Let's see some of these crazy answers here. Beatles. Taco King. Antonio, you get credit for a creative answer. The Wall. That's actually that's a Pink Floyd album, and that's a very good guess. LaRude Sandstorm. MJ Thriller sold over 70 million copies. Woo! Big flush, guys. Big flush. Big flush. Big flush at the open. Who tells you don't trade CPI day? Huh? Who told you not to trade CPI day? $3.7 to 1 trade. Who told you not to trade CPI day, guys? Don't listen to him. Just join our stream, and you could trade CPI day all you want. Easy peasy. We're probably going to get to yesterday's open. But let's see. Market opens in 2 minutes. $4.4 to 1 trade here. Guys, because I have minimal contracts, I'm likely going to mark it out right before open. Right here. Ah, you piece of shit. Yeah, I'm out. 4 to 1 trade here. We'll wait for the next one. Because I think at market open, we'll go shoop, shoop, like this. Big flush on SPY. Yeah. I swear to God, if this piece of shit flushes without rallying, I'm going to be pissed. There you go. Let's check the lower time frames. I mean, 4-1. I'm not going to argue it. Not on CPI Day. Nevermind by Nirvana. That's one of my favorite albums. All right. Already caught one trade. 4-1 big flush. Already caught one trade on the day. Let's wait for the next one. Who wants the next one? Yeah, ES is weaker than NQ. Look, NQ is flirting with reversing. ES not so much. Eek. Bro. Oh my God. I swear if we get to this -2 standard deviation retracement here. Tesla. All right. We'll definitely be opening up a strangle in Tesla today. Gold. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, one other thing. Wait. One second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. I'm going to come back to trading 1 second. Fuck me, bro. See, who gave you the blueprint? I told you. Bearish on the day. Retest London high. Reject. Retest London low. Reject. Come on. Come on, guys. Who gives it to you like this? 1 second. I want to make sure that I announce this. We're doing a free mastermind in January. All right. Right here. January 7th, we're doing a free mastermind. A free trading mastermind. We're going to go over some technical analysis, what makes an A+ trade. We're going to go over liquidity, market structure, etc. This is going to be January 7th, so after the new year, right? If you wanted to make sure you start the new year off right with some trading education, I'm going to put it in here. Karen, what's going on? I'm going to put it in here. Jump on that wait list if you are not already in the mastermind. There's only going to be one free session out of the 8 that we do in January. So the 8 that we do in January, obviously, is going to be for mastermind members. But we are opening up the first one to everyone. So you have to be on this list, though, or you're not going to get it. So make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. And let me get my God, you mother. See that? See that -2? This was going to be my major TP, right? But we never even retraced up after market open. There was no seek and destroy. It was all fake. I'm not going to argue with a 4-to-1 trade. I like it. I like it. We'll set up the next one. But this right here, man, that's some A-plus analysis here. Daily VI, we saw that yesterday. We're ready for it today. And yeah, NASDAQ took out summer high, rejected London high, rejected London low. Man, I'm saying, man. All right. Let me find a coupon code for you guys. Someone was asking about lifetime earlier. I don't think we have one. So let me make sure. Good shit with the shorts, though. We happy? Did you enter, Nick? All right, guys. Right now, the mastermind, which is the lifetime, is waitlist only. And if you are accepted, then you got to sign up for the wait list. This is not for the free mastermind. I mean, you got to sign up for the wait list if you want to join the mastermind today. But put in this coupon code, and you will get $1,000 off if you are accepted. But you still got a wait list. So you put that in here. Put in that coupon code MMDiscount2. MMDiscount2. And right now it's waitlist only for mastermind access, but if you're accepted, you'll be let in. Or use the code if you're just looking for the monthly, use the code Apple. For monthly. So use the code Apple for monthly or MMDiscount2 for the mastermind. The mastermind discount 2 gets you $1,000 off the mastermind. And then the Apple monthly the Apple code gets you $99 a month. Are you still bullish on TLT? I think you're way late on TLT, my man. This is the time to start selling, not buying. I think you're very, very, very late on TLT. I'll be honest. Man. All right. So the 7-to-1 trade hit. And I do think that at this point we'll get to yesterday's market open on ES. NVIDIA. Let's see. What's wowing about NVIDIA? I don't get it. It's up 0.14%. Everyone was asking for free trades today, and you gave them presents. Yeah, guys. Hopefully you made some money off that. I'm not sure what is it about NVIDIA that's tickling you right now. I mean, I don't know. No trade yet for me. NQ might fuck around and turn green. Not gonna lie. If these tech stocks start crossing above their pre-market highs, Nvidia's green, Microsoft's green, Meta's almost green, Amazon is green, AMD's mute. Yeah, I'm glad I shorted ES and not NQ. You showed us prudent risk management, Z. Appreciate you, man. I mean, Tesla's still within this $20 freaking still within this $20 range. For those of you that are joining late, CPI came in line, both core and headline. Nothing to write home about. With that said, we took out summer highs on NASDAQ, daily volume imbalance on ES. This is why I was bearish to start the day. Caught this nice move off of the rejection of London low. Caught this. Closed it at 4-1, ended up being a 7-1 trade. That's perfectly fine. I went light because of CPI. If I had gone with my regular size, I might have scaled out. But that's what you get for, when you were trading minimal contracts, you got to be, even more prudent, right? You think we still test yesterday's lows? Yeah, that's very possible. I mean, yesterday's market open was my target, but yesterday's lows are not that far away. I think it's more likely on ES than on NQ, if that makes sense. Is today Tuesday? Yeah. Oh my God, we do this all over again tomorrow for FOMC, except for it's not as early as today. It's I'm up and charged up, and it's 6:42 a.m. here. Anthony Rosario Jr. says, Michael Jackson Thriller. Bro, I asked that question like 25 minutes ago. PPI at 8:30? I ain't doing no PPI, bro. No PPI. I'm not about to wake my ass up and wake my girl up for PPI. No. Ah, shit. Promo codes are not working. Yes, they are working. Are you on mobile or on web? What time do you go to sleep? Probably like 10 o'clock. 10, 11, something like that. Because I'm old, bro. I got to wake up and do stretching and stuff. You're on web? Yeah, it definitely works, Henry. Those promo codes definitely work. But the either you're copying them wrong or you're picking the wrong product. So Apple is for monthly only. discount 2 for Mastermind Lifetime. I'm getting error code for both. He's on the wrong website. This is the website, bro. Is there an option for lifetime access? Yes, Evelyn. It's $1,000 off. Mastermind access gives you lifetime access and access to all masterminds. Is there a promo code for Alerts Discord monthly membership? Yes, AAPL for monthly. How long until CPI? Go back to sleep, bro. Going live tomorrow? Yes. Yeah, CPI came out, bro. In line. CPI came out in line. LMAO dump? Bro, we already shorted the market. We already shorted the market. Where you been? You must be watching this on super delay. All right, I'm gonna get some more coffee. You guys want me to stick around and do more trades? All right, I'll stick around. Can you explain the CPI data? 2 seconds. 3.1 versus 3.1 headline, 4.0 versus 4.0 core. Came in line. All right. I'm going to go get coffee. 1 second, okay? Don't hold it against me. Don't leave. Show us your quads? The fuck is wrong with you? We used to hear that every day. I know, bro. Times have changed. Wow. Just because I want to get coffee. Already lost like 20 of you. That's not cool. All right. Well, I guess y'all aren't going to catch this monster trade that I'm about to send out. It used to be biceps. Correct. It was more biceps than quads. Most guys don't do leg day. What kind of coffee? Bro. It's just drip. Let me see if I can capture it here without spilling. See? Black. Straight up. All right. So, let's see what levels we're working with here. So we had the standard deviation of I don't remember where I got this. I think it might be an ICT. It might be an ICT methodology. But see this -2. This is why this was my original TP. I did bitch out and take profits right at market open because I didn't want to get seeked and destroyed. But this is an important level, right? It's a standard deviation projection of this manipulation leg, right? With that said, what we're trying to ascertain now is this low right here? Does this low mean something from a liquidity standpoint? Or what do I mean? Is this a major enough low for liquidity to be taken for then a move to the upside? Remember that CPI came in line, right? So it's not like it was a very negative report. However, on the daily, we did take out summer highs on Nasdaq, and more importantly on ES, we did move into this volume imbalance. I would be if which one would be more of a deterrent in my view is the daily volume imbalance, right? More of a deterrent than the summer highs, right? So I will look to continue to short ES if I short one over the other and not NQ. Is there, wow, NVIDIA. Okay, whoever said wow, NVIDIA before, now for real, wow, NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is above yesterday's high, right? What was yesterday's high? No. NVIDIA is above pre-market high and yesterday's midday high right here. But yesterday's high was at the open, which is right here. So right now, I would be looking, if I was in NVIDIA or looking for a play on NVIDIA, this is the level that I'd be looking at, 475.32. You did not sound confident on that trade. Bro, I got a 4-to-1 trade on CPI right before market open. Yes, of course, you're going to be wary of what happens at market open. But if I wasn't confident in the trade, I wouldn't enter it. Tesla's still in this $20 range. Let me check on Tesla's IV. Is Unity positive? Wow, Unity is positive with the market red. Yeah, I think it's gonna break out to like 36-ish at some point. I'm already out, but just thinking of a re-entry here. Market is kind of flat. NQ 0.07, ES 0.19. Market is kind of flat, guys. $475.32 on NVIDIA. Wait, it hit it already? Shut up. Oh. You're just calling out the level that I was calling out. I see what you're doing. Thank you, Robert. Rayhan. There's a place in Dubai called Rayhan Juice. Have you ever been there, Rayhan? What happened to the free giveaway? I already gave out 3. Set alert on your NVIDIA level. Yes, that might be something to watch out for. Meta, there may be a long on Meta here. Can it retest pre-market high? If it can retest this level. So here's pre-market high. Here's market open, rejected, popped above, and are now about to retest it as support. There's a potential long on Meta here. Until it gets to what was yesterday's high. Exactly 330 was yesterday's high, by the way. Exactly 330. This is not enough of a range for me. It will likely, if it gets there, will likely, in my view, I think Meta looks bullish. It will likely surpass that. But I do think there's a long on Meta here at the retest of this. Let's see what it looks like on the higher time frame. Eek. Yeah. So I can easily see Meta dig more into this gap here before potentially flushing in days to come. Not flushing tremendously. Like it will still trade in this 300-ish range. But that's a long. Was that a flute I heard? What are you talking about? Do you wait for the first 30 minutes of market open before taking a trade? I took my first trade before the market opened today. But in general, yes. Unless I'm trading London session. In which case, that's before the market opens. Why would you buy some Baba calls right here, Pedro? Baba's a falling knife, bro. You want to wait for it to base. I hope it works out for you. I'm rooting for you. Just like I root for everybody. But you want this to base first. Or else this is just a falling knife. All right. I think NQ can turn green. ES might be tougher. It really likes this level for some reason. What is this level? Yesterday's post-lunch lows here, and now it's getting rejected off of it. I think ES goes back short. I don't think this stands for anything. This might be just an opportunity to take it back short. There isn't any major imbalance or anything here. What is this playing off of? Oh, guys, this is a 4-hour fair value gap. This is a 4-hour fair value gap. It's bouncing off of this. If we get below this, it's going to be Tank City. But let me post this in the Discord real quick. See, if you look at NQ, NQ rejected off of this 4-hour fair value gap to close back above the summer highs. This is why I'm not shorting NQ, and I'm sticking. If I do short, it will be ES. All right. If there's one thing you take out of this and you want to go short, just remember that NQ is a lot stronger than ES right now. Candle buy to respect to that 4-hour gap. Yeah. I do think ES is going to fail this, though. I think this is just an interim point. I think it's mitigated, and I think ES will fail this. And I think, because I this isn't that much of a... I mean, I don't know. I think the ultimate short was in the morning. Okay, remember this. You don't want to short at a discount, and you don't want to long at a premium, meaning you don't want to long the highs or short the lows, right? So for me, the short from here was amazing. Right now, everything here is suboptimal. So glad we got at least one good trade in. I'm going to look at something on the equities. Tesla can bounce here, by the way. So deep into this fair value gap, taking liquidity below all these lows here. I want to see Tesla. If Tesla pops, I will be interested in longs. So looking at that on Tesla, I'm not interested in Palantir. Not interested in Apple. Maybe interested in an NVIDIA multi-day short. Maybe. On gold, I think the next the next support level on gold might be down here. I hope not. But I mean, we made $11,000 off the last one. And then oil. I think oil is going to get to the mid 60s. I'm just going to leave that be. AveGo, what about it? What about AveGo? What do you want to do here? What about Celsius? Guys, ask more specific questions, please. Don't just throw tickers at me. Like, are you looking at a day trade, an investment, a swing trade? What are you guys looking at? Rinse those dog stock shorts. I'm out of the short, bro. Did you long Celsius? Not yet. RS calls great risk reward. RS? Does this thing even have any volume on their options? Did you see my question about DE? No. What about the Indian market? Bro, come on. FSR 60% short. Is it? Bro, you know what's crazy is me and my girl were looking at a Fisker at the showroom here in LA. They are nice cars, man, but they don't have any on the lot. They can't even scale properly. This might be not here. This is like a falling knife. But what is FSR short interest? See, do you trade micros? No, minis. Adobe earnings long trade? You're just gambling, bro. That's not a trade. What is the short interest, dude? I don't. Yeah, 38%. What is days to cover? 38% is short? What do they think it's going to? 50 cents? Sent you DM on X? All right, I'll look. Appreciate you, brother. I'll be sure to get that to you. Congratulations to the 3 people that won the free month, by the way. I'll get that to you, bro. What is the days to cover? For some reason, see, here's why you can't go off of just short interest, right? Like Fisker has been shorted over 30% for a year. So there goes your theory. And days to cover is only 2.53%. And it had a much higher days to cover before. Like in November, it was almost 13 days to cover. October was 14 days to cover. In September was 15 days to cover. No. If you need, you're trying to find something where nothing is there, meaning you're hoping someone can give you confirmation bias on a very low probability trade. Like this whole time, Fisker had a very high short interest, even higher than now, and a much higher days to cover, right? You want to marry the short interest with a pattern, meaning if you look at Unity, which we played long, breaking out of this, it had a high short interest and it was flagging with high volume, right? You can expect pops here. Beyond Meat is very similar, by the way. Beyond Meat had an insane volume on this green and then low volume on this retracement. With high short interest, this is the type of setup you're looking for. With Fisker, it's just tank city. Where's the basing? Where's the high volume on the green days, right? Carvana has very large short interest. Carvana, we played Carvana. When was that, guys? When was that? I think it was in the summer, right? And I closed it out, I want to say at 25, something like that. But we played Carvana. Yes, but Carvana was not Fisker. Same shit. Carvana was rallying with a lot of volume on the green, low volume retracements, and that it allowed you to time sort of the pops in conjunction with the high short interest. Most stocks with high short interest do not pop. Nice. Thank God we closed that short. So we dug into this 4-hour fair value gap. So now we have competing imbalances. 4-hour fair value gap daily VI, which we rejected from. We rejected off the daily VI. We shorted that this morning. Shout out to you guys that were on the live stream. For those of you that were late, rewind the tape if you want to look at my short and why I shorted it so that you can learn for free for the future. Trying to teach you guys how to fish. And then now we are in this 4-hour fair value gap and we are rejecting off of it. For me, this is a no trade zone so far. If I was to do anything, it would probably be scalping short. But I would be very careful here. I'll be very careful if I was short. You know, you do have this order block here, this consecutive set of up close candles, right? So we will likely get a rejection here. Again, for me, it would be a scalp rejection, meaning I'm not looking to play this broad. And you would have to be wary of either this gap for a long, or if you are scalp short, best case scenario, this gap. But I would be very careful here. If it closes above that, would it be bullish? Above this order block? Yes. What you want to see here is if it closes above this order block, right, and retests it, this becomes a bullish block, right? So, yeah, it becomes a bullish. Why can't I think right now? Oh, my God. Why can't I think right now? Breaker? Breaker or rejection block? Either way, it's an order block that will become bullish if it breaks out and then retests it. You ICT nerds in the chat, let me know. Is it rejection block or breaker? Or mitigation block? I'm talking about this right here. If we break above it and retest it. Mitigation block. I don't know. If you don't know, looking like chop the rest of the day. Bro, Chris L. Come on, bro. You can't give up like that. It's only 7 o'clock West Coast time. We have so many hours of this shit. Mr. Rabbit says, do you trade metals? Someone let Mr. Rabbit know how crazy our metals trade was. Here was my last trade on GC. Right here. Finally got to the weekly FEG I was waiting for, closing this trade at $11,000 per contract. So yes, I trade metals. Gotta run, have an appointment. See you in the Discord, Surf. Good luck with your appointment. Do I think we'll get volatility in bonds today? I mean, yeah, you're seeing this volatility in bonds. I do think if we can get a, let me look on the weekly. We're definitely in a buy program in bonds. And I think that the 2-year, if you look on the weekly, this is nothing, right? If you look on the daily, you can see us now in this long accumulation pattern that really started in the summer. And this right here is the weekly fair value gap. I would definitely look for a long in bonds here. tomorrow the Fed is going to skip, right? And here's what you got to look out for, guys, when we're talking about bonds. Where is that Fed? Hold on. Right here. You see this? Right here? This is the 10-year minus 2-year. What does this mean? This means that the 2-year yield is currently paying more than the 10-year. This will eventually uninvert, right? And what is that uninverting? Who's this guy? I didn't even realize I had this on. What does that uninverting mean? Let me see real quick. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Look at the 2-year, right? Currently paying 4.7. This was above 5. But look at the 10-year, 4.2, right? The 2-year is currently paying more than the 10-year. The 3-month is currently paying more than the 10-year. So all of these right here, all of these, including actually the 3-year, everything from the 1 month to the 3-year is paying more than the 10-year. Okay. Eventually, all of this shit has to uninvert. All of it. The 10-year will start paying more than everything below it, right? But more importantly, the 1 month to the 3-year. So with that said, that means that the shorter term bonds have to decrease in yield, and a decrease in yield, as you guys know, means an increase in bond prices. This is why you are longing the 2-year, not the 2-year yield. You're longing the 2-year price because you're expecting the 2-year yield to eventually uninvert. Uninvert with the 10-year, meaning the 2-year will drop in yield in comparison to the 10-year, and this will eventually uninvert and go positive. But that will happen closer to a recession, okay? So in my view, there is a long-term trade on short-term on short-term bonds going higher in price, lower in yield. Now, there is a ETF called SHY, SHY, okay? This is a 1 to 3 year ETF. Does that mean the 20-year will drop? I'm not concerned with the 20-year. The 20-year has very, very little has very little reaction to Fed policy. The 2-year is the one that is affected by Fed policy the most, and then the 10-year. I'd love to get with you about your website. I think I can help bring some value to you and your team. All right, well, DM me on X or on Instagram and give me your proposal. I'm willing to help out the small business owners. Everyone I've ever hired is from the Discord, by the way. All right, so SHY, right? Because I always get this question like, oh, well, I don't trade futures. Please tell me how to do this with an ETF. Well, futures are by far the best way. But there's an ETF called SHY, which isn't going to be like a crazy moneymaker, okay? But this is the only way to play short-term bonds if you don't trade futures, okay? So in the same way that the short-term bonds are going to increase in price as that yield curve uninverts, you could play it with ZT treasuries, or you can long SHY, and it is a dividend-paying stock, I believe. Yes, it pays a dividend of around 25 cents. Not a whole lot. Not my favorite way, but every instrument has its own benefits, and it wouldn't have its own benefits if it wasn't unique. And you cannot mimic, just like in life, you cannot mimic the benefits of one thing with another thing that's totally unrelated. So if I'm like, how do I mimic motorcycle riding in a car? Well, you can't, right? They'll both get you where you need to go. You can go fast in both, but you cannot mimic exactly motorcycle riding in a car or vice versa. That's the same thing. How can I mimic exactly what you're doing with futures with an ETF? You can't. There's something maybe around the ballpark, but you can't. There's a reason that has its own set of rewards, and there's a reason that this has lesser rewards. I answer your question about mitigation block. You have to answer my back adjusted data question. Sorry, bro. Ask it again, Math. There's a lot of chat messages here. I can't scroll up. What about CPI data? Rewind the tape, bro. Come on. You can't show up 2 hours late to a party. CPI was released 2 hours ago. Look at Meta, Z. All right. Math, ask the question again, brother. The only problem with futures, in my opinion, is they trade at a premium. What does that even mean, Chris? What does that even mean? They trade at a premium. When are you opening a hedge fund? Soon. That is on my radar. I promise. I'm not even kidding. I promise you. That's on my radar. Meta. Yeah. I said long Meta right here. Did any of you do it? I said long Meta right there. Did I not? Rewind the tape. I told you guys long Meta right here. Got to yesterday's high and now is about to I would take profits here, okay? If you long Meta, this is pre-market low of yesterday acting as resistance, right? This is why these levels are so important. This is the type of shit that we talk about in the mastermind, right? Is how to draw these levels. This is why these levels are so important. It allows you to not only set up entries, it allows you to look at where there are support resistance flips. It allows you to take profit. So this is pre-market low of yesterday, right? Major level. Look how we're getting rejected here. So if you did long Meta, when I said it is retesting pre-market high right here, make sure you take profits here. All right, Math says, is your real name Math? Or is it like Matthew? Do you only use back adjusted data on index or you take rollover in consideration? Yes. So in TradingView, they make it easy because you can have you can adjust it for contract changes. So when I'm doing my analysis, I do have this on. Yes. When I'm doing my analysis on futures, I do have this on. Yes. And then when we're doing analysis as well, we use what we call the RTH gap. So if I remove all this shit, this right here doesn't take into account the overnight or pre-market sessions, right? So you have this thing called RTH, which stands for regular trading hours. And so this RTH gap has to also get taken into account. Can also be taken into account when we are near it and you are trying to decide whether we will see some heavy rejection or some support or some resistance, etc. So now we filled the RTH gap. You can see this red candle here. As soon as we filled it, rejected, but now we're trading above it. And we are retesting it as support, which is bullish, which is why I said if you are short, be very fucking careful here. because and there's nothing more than scalps if you are short here, right? And guys, this isn't magic. You might be thinking like, how the hell can you call all the shit? We do this every single day. I've literally looked at charts for 10,000 hours, if not more. But what I'm doing here is what we're doing in the Discord the entire day. So yeah, this is why I said if you short here, it's only going to be a scalp, and you have to be wary of this acting as a mitigation block or rejection block, which it currently is. Which we and it is now above the RTH gap, retested the RTH gap as support, and it is likely going for yesterday's high, as you see here. Right now, this right here are equal highs, right? What do we expect equal highs to do? We expect equal highs to get taken out. So at some point today, I think these highs will get taken out. Right? We're going to go back down. We're going to collect some more liquidity. And at some point, I think these highs will get taken out. But I don't know that we get to today's high, because this was a rejection off of the volume imbalance. All right. Math says Mathieu, French name. Okay, Mathieu is a French name, but let's not be sneaky here, Math. Mathieu is the French variation of Matthew, which is an Aramaic name, right? Come on, Matthew. French can't claim everything. And I believe in Aramaic, Matthew means gift of God. Would you trade Avgo? Bro, this is the millionth time you ask me about it, and you're not telling me what you want me to look at. It's trading at all-time highs. What do you want me to do here? Buy it? What do you want me to do here? My name is Achilles? Shut the fuck up. If your name is Achilles, that is the single dopest name I've ever heard for a human. I've never met anyone named Achilles. You're literally named after a Trojan hero. I never met a Karen. For real, your name's Achilles? Are you Greek? Watch this, bro. You probably are like Filipino and you had some really eccentric parents. And they're like, we're going to call him Achilles. I bet you're not Greek. That is a sick ass name. He says, and I'm Asian? I guessed it, bro. How the fuck did I guess that? I'm Chinese. All right. I said Filipino. My friend's name is Chilaquiles. Are you sure, Victor? Are you sure it's not Chili Killies? Back to omelette du fromage. Wow. Sushant, so cultured, bro. Is that the only French word you know? Cheese omelet? Sushant came through from New Delhi saying omelet in French. Filipino here, winner. That's pretty dope. Achilles, that your name is Achilles. A Chinese guy named Achilles. That's pretty dope. T says omelette au fromage. He's correcting you, Sushant. All right. I'm pretty sure you spelled omelette wrong, T though. If you're gonna correct Sushant, probably should spell it right. Sushant says we WEI. Come on, bro. It's OUI. What is wrong with this? Man, you guys are a circus today. What the fuck? He says we, but he smells it like a Chinese name. I can't, man. I can't. This is the funniest shit ever, bro. Sushant tries to come through saying what he has for breakfast in French. Someone tries to correct him and spells it all wrong. And then Sushant says we, WEI. Your French is on point. How many languages do you speak? Let's see. Including my broken LA Spanish, 4. By the way, Z, I don't understand why your channel is growing so slow while having literally one of the best finance channels. I don't know, man. It goes in ebbs and flows, right? It took me years to get to 100K. Then from 100K to 200K took 1 month. And then now we're at where we're at. I don't know, bro. I just try to do my best. And if you guys appreciate it, then you appreciate it. And I appreciate you. There's a guy I went to school with. His name is... Shut up, bro. He said, there's a guy I went to school with. His name is Bang Ho. Why you guys be doing this to me, man? This fool said his name is Bang Ho. What's the CBI? This fool says CPI like an Arab dude. Because there's no P in Arabic. If an Arab guy was going to say CPI, he would say CBI. It came in line, bro. It came in line. Short NQ. Continuous bladder irrigation. No, I would not short NQ, bro. Only a scalp here. Only a scalp. Be careful. We broke structure. We broke structure. Whether you use this lower high, whoopsie, or this lower high, I will be very careful shorting here. Only for scalps. Only for scalps. Dushyant says, my favorite Indian name is Hardik. And this is an Indian dude saying it. That's my favorite Indian name too, bro. Bang Ho is Vietnamese. Yes, it sounds Vietnamese. If we're talking about omelets, it's a bad trading day. You missed the Bobby, you were here in the morning. Didn't you catch a short? I gave you the short and I gave you the meta long. What are you complaining about, Bobby? And I told you take profits here. And we are now tanking. Not tanking, but finding resistance. What about gold short? Not optimal here. Will you be holding NVIDIA short? I didn't take NVIDIA short. But if you did, good job. All right, guys. Make sure that you sign up for the free mastermind for January 7th. I'm going to go back to the Discord. I'm going to be trading with the Discord right now, sending out all my trades in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord monthly, use code APPLE for $99 a month for life. If you want to join the lifetime access, use discount 2. It's the one pinned here. You get $1,000 off the mastermind. After the live stream, I'm going to turn that off. Those of you that won the 1 month for free, congratulations. I will get that to you guys right after this. What about shorting Meta? No, I gave you the Meta long. It doesn't mean that you short it now that it's at take profit. Just because it's at a take profit doesn't mean that it's an optimal short. The rest of you, I will catch you guys on the Discord. 9,000 of you watch this, so appreciate you guys. I will see you guys on the Discord. Many, many more trades, hopefully, to give out. And tomorrow we're doing live stream for FOMC. Make sure you join us 2 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.